Good morning, grade 5s. Today we're looking at improper fractions and mixed numbers. So let's start with exercise 103 and let's look at what an improper fraction is. Now if we look at my first circle, it is one whole pizza, but we could also say that it is 4 pieces out of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have written it as a whole number. That is a whole number. And I've written it as a fraction. If we look at my next 2 pizzas, I have got 2 whole pizzas. What have I cut them into? I've cut them into quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my denominator will be a 4 because each slice of pizza is a quarter. How many quarters do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 quarters. Now you will notice that the top number of this fraction is bigger than the denominator. We call this an improper fraction, when the top is bigger than the bottom. Let's have a look at my last 3 pizzas. I have got 3 whole pizzas. What have I cut them into? 1, 2, 3. So each piece of the pizza is a third. So my denominator is going to be a 3 because these are all thirds. How many thirds do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 thirds. So you will see that the number 3 is the same as 9 thirds. 1 is a whole number and 1 is a fraction. But remember that when the top number, the numerator, is bigger than the denominator, we call it improper. Right, let's look at these problems here. Now you're going to write your whole number as an improper fraction, but this time we're not going to use pictures. So how do we do it? If we are cutting our 3 pizzas into fourths or quarters, we say 3 times by 4 is 12. I will prove that to you quickly. If I have 3 pizzas and I cut them into quarters or fourths, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Much quicker, isn't it, to say 3 times by 4. So let's look at the next one. If I have got 3 whole pizzas, if I cut them into fifths, how many pieces will I have? Well, 3 times by 5 is 15. So 3 is equal to 15 over 5, but it is now an improper fraction. Let's look at the last one. 3 whole pizzas cut into 10 pieces each. How many pieces will I have? 3 times by 10 is 30. Let's have a look at mixed numbers now. These will be found in exercise 104. Now the picture I have drawn is once again pizzas, and you will see that I have got 2 whole pizzas and then I have got 1, to 3 pieces out of 4, because this last piece has been eaten. So I've got 3 left out of the 4. So my answer is 2 3/4. What would I write if I wanted to change this mixed number into an improper fraction? The 2 whole pizzas could be called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quarters, plus my 3/4 will be 11 quarters. And let's go back and double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 quarters. Let's have a look at the questions underneath. 3 and 5/8 is a mixed number. It has a whole number and a fraction. It is called a mixed number. How would I write it as an improper fraction? Well, my 3 whole pizzas would be 8/8 plus 8/8 plus 8/8. I've chosen 8 because the denominator is 8, so I must keep the denominator the same. And you know that when the number on the top is the same as the number on the bottom, it is one whole. So 8 pieces out of 8 pieces is one whole pizza. So I have got 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. Then I must add my 5 out of 8. So what have we got? 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 8 is 24, plus 5 is 29/8. Let's do the last one. 5 3/4 is a mixed number. I want to write it as an improper fraction. So the 5 whole pizzas will be, yes, 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 4/4. Remember, we've chosen 4s because the denominator is 4. So I have got 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 5. Now I must add my little leftover bits, my 3/4. And if we add all of those together, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 23. 5 3/4 is equal to 23/4. This is your mixed number, and this is your improper fraction.